Okay, downstairs, door there, so the wall's inward of this room here. We start to get water heavier right here, and it kind of comes around and then stops at the furniture. Sofa seems to be fine. The carpet's dry over there, but this water, this saturation seems to have come from what would be the garage right above us. Because this room is heavily saturated. And you can see the bed is fine, so I don't think it came through the ceiling directly above. Could have come through the light fixtures, or it could have come down one of the walls, and at the base of the wall started to move its way in. It also could have come in at this footing area, but it doesn't look to me like that's the case. The grade is pretty low. I'm going to point out that there's a little bit of water. This was down low and soaking water up, but that's the only part of the bed that got wet. So I just kind of tucked it up higher for now. And this dresser is fine with the metal legs. That picture is fine. Yeah, totally dry. Unfortunately, this one, which was leaning against the wall, is damaged. The whole thing is saturated. It's got moisture in it, unfortunately. So this bathroom, it's the first time I walked in here. It's got water damaged floors. You can see where it started to dry up. There was water coming in onto the cabinet, onto the surface. So it was coming from the ceiling, which, let's see if I can get in. You can see some of the spots up there. Those are still wet. Water drops. So the ceiling area, some ceiling areas were the main culprit. Oh, here we go. Here's the big hole right coming from the back corner of the garage. This is where most of that water came in from down from the garage upstairs through the upper drywall. And so everything's saturated on the ground here. Does include this closet, but not so much. Just a little bit of light saturation in there. Oh, one last thing in this room, and this is a direct result of the water coming in down the driveway. And then there's an opening, a gap between the driveway and the house where the water shoots over. And it was hitting the top of the window. And you'll see here water spots, water droplets there. You'll see them there and there. And then down the panes of glass, yeah, you can kind of see that with the lights behind. The glass is wet on the surface on the inside, and all along the edge here is all wet. You'll also see water inside the tracks. Yeah, you can see it glistening there with the light. Okay, back in the garage, looks like, and I'm assuming this is new, that we've got water damage here at the drywall. And this would be the point in the bedroom where everything leaked down, somewhere close to the vicinity of this forced air unit. Yeah, we've got moisture right now evident on the insulation here, and I just had a drip on my back. So it came down the wall and filled this area. You can see droplets right there, and moisture areas and issues right there, all above the forced air unit, which could mean that the vent pipe had a leak at the roof or something. Here's a spot here, and then another one just like it on the other side of this light that runs up and behind the garage door there. There's also another one right over the workbench areas right here. Let me try and zoom in on that. So another area of moisture intrusion, and I just saw a drip come down just in front of me here. It landed right there. All right, I am just looking at your roof. This is your ridge cap. It's a raised ridge cap. It stops toward the front end of the structure there where the eave is. But I think that the issue, and the roof looks durable and heavy, but I think the issue is right. See if I can get my finger in the screen here. Oh yeah, not very well. At that vent pipe you see there in the center of my screen right now. That's directly above, that's for the forced air unit, and that's where most of that moisture seems to have gotten in. I'm underneath your parking deck right now, and I wanted to point out that the water that comes down your parking deck and is to the left side of your garage. You can see the bright sun shining through right there. That's directly above that window that had all that water and moisture. So in order to prevent that, we'd want to put a kick right above that window trim and kick all that water back and away from the wall.